What's up, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people? So I just want to drop in with you. Let's create a container, a safe space for us to allow the energy to flow through and share with you what has been going on with myself and what I've been seeing going on with the collective energy that we are all together a part of. So first things first is I've been recognizing that where I am at this point of my experience is I am really merging with my higher self, my soul, and I'm taking the guidance and following my intuition. What I'm also recognizing is I'm at this point where I can no longer deny the guidance of my higher self. It's like if my higher self is telling me to go left, I literally have to go left now. I can choose to go right. And when I go right, I feel like shit and it hurts really bad. When I go left, I feel liberated and relieved. What is hard is that basically logically, a lot of the ways that my higher self is telling me to go doesn't really make sense to me logically. I see my world laid out in front of me. I see certain people, places, and things occurring, and logically it's like, okay, if I do this, that's gonna make me feel the best. But then my higher self says, but we need you to do this. I need you to do this. And really, when I say my higher self is me on a higher frequency. It is me, it is an aspect of me that is embodied or basically resonating at a certain frequency. My body is just catching up to that frequency. And as I raise my frequency in my body, I begin to become more merged with my higher self at a higher frequency. As this higher frequency raises, my reality also reflects that. So for me, it's been very difficult to learn how to surrender and trust that my higher self knows what's going on here. To surrender and allow my higher self to guide me in the direction that it sees fit. Because really, what is happening is my higher self is me. It's guiding me from a higher state, a higher perspective, a higher frequency, and it knows what's going on. So when I trust my higher self and I follow my intuition and I follow my higher self and I follow my heart, I am going to create the reality that I want to create. I'm going to live and reside in the reality that ultimately Dominic wants to create. Ultimately, I want to create, but it's hard because logically my mind's saying, well, go right because that is the reality that you want to create, so go. But my higher self says go left. And I'm watching this happen with a lot of people because I think right now we're at this point of our experience where we can no longer deny our truth. We can no longer not be authentic. Collectively, I'm seeing that everyone has to be authentic to how they feel. They have to speak how they feel. They have to be honest with how they feel. And we're revealing so much of our unconscious that we just have to be real with ourselves. We have to be real with where we're at, how we're feeling, and what's going on with our reality. One thing that I'd like to say is that this isn't necessarily easy to trust the universe, to trust the universe, because we're so used to controlling everything with our ego and our personality and trying to make things work and force things in the timing that we see fit. However, in the higher realms, in these higher frequencies, our ego does not know how to function. So that's when we surrender to our higher self. We surrender to our soul. Our soul knows how to function in these higher levels of existence. It knows how to guide us throughout this experience. So, as we learn how to trust, surrender, we begin to embody these higher frequencies into our body, and we begin to walk around and basically create the reality that we see, that we deserve to create, So the message that always has been coming through to me, as of recently at least, is be gentle, be patient, and allow divine timing to unfold in its natural right. Just like seasons changing, There's snow here where I'm from, Snow is here. I like to eat snow. The snow is here. And so nature has a divine timing to things. It has a timing for seasons, and seasons change when the time is ready. So I can fight all I want and say, fuck snow, I don't want snow here, this is going to ruin my day, this is going to ruin my next few months, and I can fight against the flow of life. But that just hurts me. When I trust and surrender and relax into it and say, okay, the snow is here, this is part of my experience, and I need to accept that the snow is here. When I accept that the snow is here, I enjoy it, I choose to eat it, I play with it, I play in it, and it's a lot more enjoyable experience for myself. Relative, when life changes, as you raise frequency, your life changes. Things that once resonated with you no longer resonated with you. Things you used to do, no longer you don't like to do them anymore. And I can try and hold on as tight as I can, and they use the example, holding on to a hot coal is only going to burn you until the only thing you can do is let it go. And basically we'll hold on to whatever we're holding on until it burns us to the point where we have to let go. And that's what I'm recognizing, is that collectively we're at this point where, yes, you can hold on to the hot coal, but at some point you're going to have to let go. And that's not the easiest experience, at least from my perspective. And what has made it easier for me is being gentle and patient with myself as I'm learning and remembering how to let go and allow my divine, my higher self, to guide me through this experience. This is different. This is very different than how I used to function in my world. I'm becoming more in tune with my heart. I'm trusting my heart and allowing my heart, my higher self, to create the reality that is in resonance with my heart. The heart is always gentle, it's patient, and it will push you as much as it can, but it's not a forcing, it's not a fighting against things, It's more of a relaxed surrender and flowing with the universal waves of life. Yeah, there will be times where we have to take action and choose something that may feel uncomfortable. However, regardless, at some point, you're going to have to make those choices. Those choices will be made. So be patient with yourself. Allow the divine timing to unfold in a graceful way. And when we know that there's a divine timing to everything, we begin to relax and just trust and say, look, I trust. I know what I want. I see what I want. And I recognize that in divine timing, when it's in alignment with my soul and where my body is at right now, it will happen. All I have to do is surrender and trust. And then when it feels right, when it feels in resonance, then I will choose and make that choice. So be patient, be gentle, love yourself, be unconditionally loving to all these aspects of yourself that are showing up, because collectively I know that it is potentially difficult. It's been difficult for me. It's been difficult to come into contact with certain parts of myself that I have deemed unworthy for a long time. And now I'm learning how to unconditionally love those parts of me, those aspects of me, and then move forward. So it's like I'm loving these parts of me. I'm accepting these parts of me. I'm giving these parts of me a space to feel, a voice to express. And then I'm saying, okay, now it's time to move forward. And literally move forward. So it's not that I'm staying stuck and just wallowing in these aspects of me that I feel worthless. No, I'm loving these parts. I'm giving them the space to feel. And then when I feel it's time, then I move forward, let that go, and continue to push my way forward. And a message that's been coming strong to me is just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Just keep swimming. Swimming, swimming, just keep swimming, 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 just keep swimming. Swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Divine guidance from Dory. Much love. Be gentle, be kind, be loving to yourself. How courageous, how powerful of a being you must be to be here on earth at this time. We are shifting the frequency of the entire collective consciousness. We are raising the collective consciousness, and we're making a new reality for us. A reality of unconditional love, of acceptance, of joy, of peace, of unity. And that means that we, as individuals, go through a process of learning how to unify internally with our ego self and our higher self. We're working together as a team. Me and my ego are working together as a team. My higher self and my ego are working together. Union, one. I love you. I love you. I'm here with you. You're not doing this alone. Together, we are all doing it. One more time. Be gentle. Be patient. And let's have just a little bit of fun. Maybe a lot of it. Let's have a lot of bit of fun. Let's just have a lot of bit of fun. I love you. Give yourself a hug. You deserve it. Catch you on the flip side.